welcome to my first guide, and today guys I'm going to show you the how to use whips in Salt and Sacrifice if you are a complete dumbass like myself. So, as we wake up, we're going to start this grand journey. The starting class we picked was going to be the Fencer. The reason for that is because they start off with the highest luck stat. Whips will scale off luck always, and of course they will also scale off Arcana, Dexterity, and there's one whip in the game that does Strength. So since Arcana and Dexterity are going to be the two secondary main stats, luck is just important. It's one of the more important ones. And for this build, I decided to go with the Tendril Leash for majority of the game. So as you will see me level up, I'm only going to level up Arcana and by luck, because it's easier to dual spread than it is to triple spread, which you'll need for the higher end whips in the game, which I am not going to do because I'm fucking lazy. And this is also an idiot's guide, so of course if you're like me and you're fucking stupid, it works out for you just to prove that anyone can do it. Now of course Ashbourne Village is Ashbourne Village, you're going to run through it and then you're going to go fight the Necklace of Ears. Why? Because fuck them. Of Ears is fucking mopped. We're gonna go and we're gonna grab our grappling hook, which is gonna be the first of the Inquisitor's tools that we get in the game. Now, of course, we're gonna go fight the Pyromancer, which is the first named mage that you come across in the game. Now, of course, during the mage hunt portions, you typically wear down their HP, so that's why the fight is starting off at half HP. He is the easiest named mage in my opinion. As you can tell, I just suck at the game. And I've never used a rapier in this game before, so like, ugh. So that's another thing. But this fight just kind of like goes like you normally would expect it. Just kind of hit the boss until they die, and you just kind of keep rolling until, you know, they die again. So, not a hard mage. Actually, probably one of the easiest ones, in my opinion. So after you kill him, then we can start going through some of the other doors in Ashbourne Village. We're going to acquire our first whip, the Leather Whip, which has decent scaling. With luck, as you can see, luck is an S scaling, my dexterity is a Bravo scaling. Now here we're going to go fight Kundry Khan, the drowned behemoth. He is the Hydromancer, and this is the first mage that we actually fight with the whip. So this was really my first time using whips in Salt and Sacrifice. so I was not used to their fucking movesets. And the leather whip is pretty lackluster. However, you're only going to use it for 2 fights, and this is one of them. Of course, if you play the game a lot, then you already know what the second fight the whip's going to be used for, because it's going to be used to get an upgraded whip, which will carry us all the way to Corvus Mire. Okay, so now that we basically killed the Hydromancer, now I can start talking about the secondary whip that we're going to get. So of course we're going to get the Ice Whip. You get it from the Cryomancer. Go figure. And that will be the second whip that you acquire in the game that you're going to be using. So it does really good damage. It scales with Arcana and Luck. So you don't have to worry about leveling your dexterity stat at all, which is pretty nice. However, there are only 2 whips in the game that scale with just Arcana and your fucking Luck. So here we're going to be fighting the Morning Wood. And as you can see, yeah, this fight was fucking short. Like, compared to the Hydromancer, this fight actually was, you know, despite you watching me getting my ass kicked. But that's a theme you're going to see throughout this. So you better just get used to it. So, like, for this first part, it's not really a whole lot to go into. It's just you're going to run through the area like you normally would with the game. You're going to go, and if you want, you can get the leather whip. You don't really have to. You can keep using the rapier until after you kill the Cryomancer to, you know, be able to craft the Ice Whip. And as you can see, I told you, it was a really easy fight. It really wasn't hard at all. So, yeah, once that mage is down, we've already done it. Fucking part 1 is basically complete. We have the main weapon that we're going to use for like 10 fucking hours of the game. So I will say the Cryomancer did give us 2 things that we needed. We needed the dagger that increases our ice attack, and also the ice whip. Of course, the dagger is going to make it where we do more damage, and the whip just genuinely does more damage, and it has better scaling than the one that we have now, because it's going to scale with Arcana and Luck, which is what we are going to primarily level throughout this run. So, of course, now that we have our weapon of choice, we will now work towards the next one.